very concerned about. I'm always concerned about, like, you know, just randomly being able to detain people. Um, I remember when the cartoon The Batman, of the many, like, you know, just like they've tried to remake Batman movies, they've tried to remake Batman cartoons like a million times. But the Batman versus Dracula, where Dracula basically turned Joker into a vampire, and apparently the Batcave just has a prison in it, which, you know, maybe you didn't mention that, the fact that we have an illegal detention center in the Batcave. That might have been something you probably should have brought up ahead of time. Oh, this has so many little things. So many little buttons. Is there anyone in here? No? Okay. Lots of levers and joysticks. This is like a what do they call the busy things for babies? It's like that, but for adults. Just all the levers and buttons to press. Honestly, if you just need a sensory tactile board, buying one of those things, even as an adult, is kind of cool. I just need a little sensory stimulation for adults board. Maybe a busy mat, yeah. It's definitely like busy something. And now I'm thinking about Busy Bee from Best in Show, which also a wonderful movie. Enjoy the lurk. To use like the yep. That looks like rust. Is that rust? No, it says grease, but it is not coming off easily. Yeah, that recent video about like basically all the kind of stim things people were doing. The one where you took the ballpoint pen and you would like use its momentum to launch it off the table. That was always me. Just ka-ching. That was always that's my thing. I do not know how to finger spin pens and pencils like that. It's just, it turns into a mess. But I would always be launching them off with their own ballpoint clicky. It was both an attack, and I also just kind of appreciated it because I think people, you know, they have in their mind a very specific definition of stimming. And I think, you know, it's good for people to realize, like, these other things, yeah, that's stimming, baby. Like... And yeah, like I also, like, I didn't really realize it's just, I mean, it's just a thing I do, and, you know, it never really had a name for it, never put a word on it. I do say that I tend to fidget. It's like the biggest, hardest thing for me to do, biggest and hardest thing for me to do, for actual plays, is simply sitting still for 2 to 3 solid hours, paying attention. That's really difficult. And I try not to stim or fidget when I'm doing actual plays. Like, I try to, you know, stay focused in the moment and not do weird things. But sometimes I have a little rubber band that I'm stretching in one hand down here. Hey, Super Chai Latte. Prax, good morning. Super Chai Latte, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Clean that bulb. Thank you. Okay, the chamber should almost be done, and we can deal with whatever this part of the top is. Clean the joystick. Thank you again, Tom, for grabbing that clip about joysticks, which I may throw on the socials later, or I might edit it down for a YouTube short. I think I'm not saying enough that I have to worry about like it not, you know, basically the filters being like, oh no, this is too risque or whatever. I don't think I actually said any words. It's all just implied, but we were having discussions about TikTok replacement ciphers. Essentially not knowing what words you can and can't use, and then not knowing what words you have to replace with other words because the algorithm will, you know, the algorithm will under prioritize, or I don't know, whatever the word is for not. It won't, like, you know, strike it, but it won't show it to as many people. There we go. And having to know, like, okay, I don't even know TikTok language. So apparently inside the prison chamber is frozen tartar, which, that's a choice. Oh, the dirty bubbles trapped in here. Okay, got it. Oh, not tartar cubes for your fish team. Ew. Thing. So, ladder, come here. top should just be about done. Yeah, that's definitely gotten the top cleaned off. So now we gotta see if we can run it around the sides. So an actual play is, if somebody is streaming a tabletop role-playing game. So like Rivals of Waterdeep, we streamed us playing D&D. So that is what has come to be called. That is what has come to be called an actual play. So watching people play a game, and I don't know. I mean, it's different than live streaming a game, but yeah, like actually watching people play a game. Like even if we were, playing Monopoly live, it would still kind of be an actual play. But it's come to more mean for tabletop role playing games, and it also sort of leans towards the ones that are a little more people getting into being their characters versus just playing the stats. And I would love to just play one where, we get to actually chill out, and it's because I would love to learn more of the stats and math in D&D. So it'd be interesting to do a streamed game that is like, it is not about you acting or you improving. It's more about you like actually learning how to play and learning how to do things in different situations. Like I would do that, and I would play a class that I don't usually play, so I could learn about the class as I played. I am the same. Super Chai Latte. Like I also enjoy watching TTRPGs, but then I will also look up a lot of the things that they're doing and saying. I'll look up the system. I have bought more systems because I've watched people play them. So yeah. The Cyberpunk Independence, the Cyberpunk podcast I was on, was a learning podcast. So it was perfectly okay that I didn't know 100% what I was doing, because we would stop and they would explain, okay, look on this page of the book, and here are the mechanics, and here's how it works, and this is what you roll, and then we'll go from there. And I appreciate that. We're also sort of doing that with our ponies game, where we're sliding back and forth, like, oh, it's on this page, here's explains how to do it. I don't think Kay is here, or if they're here, they're lurking. But there was one thing where she was trying to give me a, like I need to answer quickly. The problem is that out of a 300 and some odd page book, I had a hard time finding the specific page that would allow me to say what I was going to try to do. I fell off. That I was going to, I couldn't find the page quickly, so I had to ask Kay to like please hold the count until until I can find the page with the thing that I'm trying to do, because there are a lot of pages in the My Little Pony TTRPG, a lot. And no matter if you have Chrome or Acrobat Reader or Acrobat Pro, it's going to take you a while to find it. Unless you wrote down the numbers of the pages. It's good. Renegade, it's by Renegade, and they do what they call the Essence system. So they've done this for G.I. Joe, for Transformers, for Power Rangers. And essentially, like, your character boils... Can I do this? Hold on. I know I have a scene for this. Which scene is it? There we go. So, essentially the Essence system, and it's got 4 S's, is your 4 S's are Strength, Speed, Smarts, and Social. And you have, you have different stats under those, and then you have all these different skills. And some of them do correspond to things that you might have seen in other D20-based systems. So you have all these skills that you can then put points into, and then the points correlate to how many dice you put into that skill. So for every skill check, you roll a d20, and then if you have additional dice in a skill, you add those in. So like you may say, oh, I can roll a d20 and a d4 for my alertness because I made my character smart and alert. So it's like essentially it's a way to make a simple system that can honor a lot of the IPs while not getting in the way of it. So yeah, you're playing a Power Rangers game. You don't want to focus on Power Rangers specific numbers and math and dice, so you have the same system that you played in the Transformers game. So what you really do is now you worry about, what special abilities does your Power Ranger have? What do they bring to it? And it's the same with ponies. For us, we have skills. I'm using magic. I haven't used it very much because the magic system is interesting. We have skills. We have cutie marks. Our cutie marks give us a bonus in certain skills. And certain actions, and if you're whether you're an Earth Pony or a Unicorn or a Pegasus, are we done here? I think we're done here. Oop, no, we are not done here. One prison gauge. Okay. Then we're really just down to the pillars, I think. Yep. Okay, awesome. So which is the... Okay, gosh. Which is the gauge that's not clean? Ah. And yeah, I also appreciate that it is all of our first time playing the system. So all of us are starting with, we're not experts at it. We are all learning as we play, and that to me is the fun part. It's also a part where I get nervous. I get nervous about learning new systems because I end up playing with people who can quickly assimilate systems, math, features, things like that, and I can't do that. My brain does not have the space to be able to do that quickly, so I always worry in any actual play that is a system I haven't played a lot of, that I'm kind of like slowing the team down. So I tend to focus much more on my character and improv and working together with the characters that other people have put together. But I usually also play with people who assure me like they got my back when it comes to things like that. So it's not the worst. But yeah, I don't learn new systems very easily. I am not a good digital reader. And I say that meaning, like, if you give me a big-ass PDF, I will do my best, but... So there he is, the sauce of all evil. Oh dear. The dirty bubble, trapped in the brine of justice. Oh dear. Hey, Puddle Club. You thought you were salty, but not salty enough, my filthy friend. This is SpongeBob. Get up there. Get up in there. You were being blocked by the pole. Okay, can I get up here, and then up here, and then up here? I can. Thank you. Used to be a math guy. Used to read system books for my friend who DM'd us. That was nice. See, that was good. That could be Saucefire's alter ego, the Sauce of Justice. Hey, Internet Designs, welcome on in. Indeed, this is SpongeBob. This is the SpongeBob SquarePants DLC for PowerWash Simulator. We've been having a delightful time with it. It has just enough small things and just enough big things that I'm like, okay, I can enjoy washing this and just spending time and chilling. Can I do it with the leg? Yeah, I can do it with the bigger brush. Nozzle. I say brush, like, because I feel like I'm brushing this clean as opposed to washing it off. And I like being the person in the actual play who doesn't necessarily know everything. And I'm always asking questions. I'm like, I don't know how this works. You know, and if somebody at the table can help me or can just tell me, hey, here's where you should look to see like how many dice you roll. The minute, hey, browless Bowser, thank you. Like the minute in D&D, let's say I have a spell and the spell says, okay, but for every level over this, roll additional dice. I'm always like, oh wait, but how many do I roll? Because even even D&D Beyond will not roll the other ones for you automatically all the time. So it's interesting. But I do my best. And the most important thing is to have fun. It's different if you are doing, I would say, like an in-studio. I'm very curious about the Warhammer DLC. Sorry to interrupt myself. I'm very curious to see what it's going to be, because I also don't know anything about Warhammer. So, I'm going to be the one ticket to SpongeBob SquarePants, please. One ticket to Warhammer 40K, please. I'm going to be that meme, because I don't know Warhammer at all. Okay, let's get up in there. Okay, let's try getting the pillar side. Oop, enjoy. I hope it helps refresh a little bit. Okay, not bad. Doing okay with these. The top mounts are going to be the main... Oh, geez. Is there nowhere to stand? Oh, that's just rude. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. This is a weird angle, but let's get it in there. Oh, so this is PowerWash Simulator, and this is PowerWash Simulator, and we are playing one of the special maps. They've released a SpongeBob SquarePants DLC, but normally in PowerWash Simulator, you're able to do a bunch of jobs, and essentially you're just cleaning the dirt off of things. Cars, houses, playgrounds, things like that. And there are some bonus jobs that are like the Mars rover or like a solar power plant or things like that. And what we've been doing is we've been doing the SpongeBob SquarePants stuff. So there's also been maps for Tomb Raider. Final Fantasy has had Midgar, and we're in the middle of the SpongeBob SquarePants DLC. Almost done with the campaign. So yeah, this is a special partnership that they've done with Nickelodeon and SpongeBob to put these maps in the game. And the main thing we're doing is we are washing off dirt. That is the main the main quote-unquote goal here. Oh, I feel the same way, believe me. I definitely should be cleaning. Unfortunately, me cleaning my room is probably not great stream content. It might be encouraging for others, but it's like, I don't know. Okay, so I think all I've got left is the ceiling mounts, which should be... Let's try and get these with the little gun. I often wonder, like, how would I stream? Would I do it from my phone and just set the phone up on a mount and just be like hanging out and be like, yeah, I'm not doing games today. I'm just cleaning, and if you want to clean along with me or not, that's fine. Because sometimes having company does help me clean. Which then I feel weird because the company didn't come over to watch me clean, but having them there helps me want to tidy stuff. So yeah. Yes, body doubling. I think the main part of the main problem, not problem. For me, conundrum would be the streamer guilt of not engaging too much with chat. I think that is the only thing, is when you are streaming and trying to like work, you are focused on work, but you also feel like, oh, I should like, people are here, so I should want to also chat with them, and it'd be hard for me to break out of that mode. I think. I say I think because I don't know. I've never tried it. You know, like when I watch Space Valkyries do their writing writing work streams, they're good about it. They do a timer to focus on work, and then they have a break and they're able to chat, and that's nice. Same thing when Base Prefect does his writing streams. He does sprints, so we'll do work for a while, then stop and take a break and chat, and then back to it. So yeah, it's not impossible. And I wanted to kind of do it when I was writing for the one shot that I did for charity, but then I was worried, like, oh, I don't want to reveal, like, I don't want to give anything away. So, you know, I've seen some people who do writing with their writing on stream, and I don't know if I could do that. Those people are brave, and I respect them. But yeah, I've never done a body doubling thing, because my stream setup is basically for the couch, and I can't do a lot from the couch. I did once have the camera on while I cleaned up the patio, but nobody... Actually, I have no idea if anybody showed up for that or not, because I was not focusing on the camera. I was focusing on cleaning up the patio. Which, you know, it got done. But I think I was using Periscope for that? So yeah, I was using Periscope. I wasn't using, like, Twitch. Oh, that's cool. No, not a body doubling streamer where we sit on the couch. Although, you know, also maybe yes. Just couch pals. Yeah, couch buddies. Now that I could do, if like, for blog writing, like, I do write my blog articles fairly in one sitting. So yeah, that I could do if I for you just saw a blurred, which would be easy to add a filter to the capture, to blur it out. That'd be interesting. I am very reflexive with my blog posts, though. I don't have one in the chamber right now, but I'll be chatting, and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh yeah, I should write about that. And then I sit down and bang out, bang out, like 500 words. Oh yeah, I do. Oops. I am not hard to. I am not hard to find on the internet. Nightbot, do the thing. Thank you. So yeah. I wrote about, since we streamed the first look at Exoprimal. I was like, well, let me write about it because it's kind of cool. But maybe on Tuesday, instead of a game, I will just start writing about the Sam Arcade. Maybe that's what we'll do for a while, and then we'll switch to something chill. Because I don't have anything to show off. I don't have anything to showcase. As I said, the Steam Stealth Fest, which is quite a word, the Steam Stealth Fest is coming up next week, so if there are any stealth games that you may have had your eye on, it'd be a good time to keep an eye out for them, if you can find them, because they're stealthy, so... But I actually appreciate, like, just talking through this, because I've not been having, like, a worry about content, but just not wanting it to stress me out and worrying about, like, you know, stopping everything to play a game, and like, some games I'm not having fun with, so I don't play them anymore. But it might be fun to try just doing a writing stream. Maybe. The only problem would be if the camera's on me, then you can see how my lips move as I type. Or the number of times I type in backspace and be like, no, 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 there's the word. Ooh, 91%. We're almost done. We may... Ooh, okay. If I get quickly... I think odd is a good word for it. It feels like odd is a good word, yes. Unique. As the old song by Club 69 goes, having no like or equal or parallel, unique. Yeah. If you know what Club 69 is, take your back medication. I mean the album Club 69. I don't mean anything else. I mean the album Club 69. If you know what that is, take your back meds. Because I did this morning. With my WordPress, because I use WordPress on my site primarily, it has plugins that try to help you with SEO and with you stand up, Apple Watch, I'm busy. It'll try to help you with SEO, with like ease of digestibility of your article, and a lot of the times it judges me because like my articles are too long, my sentences have too much passive voice in them. And I'm like, well, I'm writing a blog entry from a personal perspective. Of course it's passive. Like, I don't know what you expect. Hold on, where am I? The side of the pillar. We are almost done, which I cannot believe. We finished the rest of this today. Get up in there. Oh, I feel like sorry, I felt like I had fluff on me. WordPress? Wait, WordPress was AeroPress. Oh. That'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't hate that. Ah, up here is where I need to get. There we go. Alright, I think... Did we get the top up here? We did. I think we are down to... Yeah, just one pillar. 4 bits. Well, 5 bits. I was also going to write an article maybe about the AeroPress championship that Mighty Mer mentioned. Because I distinctly remember my reaction to it was, that's impressive, but nope. And even as I think about my own process for AeroPress, it is probably different than the way anybody else does it, and not super different, but it's probably different than how other people might do it. And I think that's what's interesting about AeroPress, French press, coffee making, tea making, is that everyone does it the way that gets their superior product for them. And probably nobody else does it or does it similar or exactly like. And that's what those championships made me realize. Like, people are getting into the temperature of the water, the time, the grind, all that stuff. French presses are great. They are. They are a great invention. We are really close to being done. So... I had a Keurig way long ago when I was living with my ex. Well, he wasn't my ex at the you know what I mean. Because he enjoyed multiple cups of coffee a day. I did not, but we had a K-cup because I guess coffee making was not one of his skills. But I was happy to get rid of that Keurig because it took up a lot of counter space. And then I learned the joys of buying a kettle. And I realized I was like, oh yeah, all the British television I've been watching all this time was right. I just needed a kettle. It's magical. I use it to make my coffee. I use it to make my tea. I use it to make simple syrup. Don't come for me. If I'm not feeling like making couscous, like the long way, I make quick couscous by boiling water in the kettle. It's so good. Like coffee makers or just appliances? Period. Because yeah, we were allowed a microwave, and we use that as the base of all of our hot water necessary stuff. Hummingbird food, like actual food for hummingbirds, like making nectar for them. Because yeah, that would be the fast way to do it. You can also microwave the water and mix it up that way too. But yeah, I am very happy. I am very happy for having a kettle now. And after my first one broke, I replaced it with a nicer one. And when this one breaks, I'll replace it with probably the same one because I actually like this model. But I may ask around to others to be like, hey, what's your favorite kettle? Hook me up, get me on. Let me find Kettle Talk. And let me see what Kettle Talk is suggesting. I'm kidding. If there is a Kettle Talk out there, I want someone to send me Kettle Talk videos, if there is such a thing. I mean, there probably is, and I figured if Tom were in chat and Kettle Talk exists, I may get some curated Kettle Talk content into my inbox soon. Okay. Okay, Pillar Face. Pillar Face, also a Dick Tracy villain, maybe? I did ask around when I bought my most recent one. I was like, hey, I need a new kettle, and having a kettle has changed my life. And like you can also see, like, if you go to tweets about buy and bought and kettle, you can see when Americans buy kettles how it does just change their life. It really does. Because we're like, wait, what? This is mind-boggling. How did we live before without these? And the rest of the world looks at us and is like, we have no idea how you lived without these. Actually, we don't know. It's such, you know, it's a lovely noise, the bubbling, and then like this lovely like shh, and then mine has the auto shut off when it hits a certain temperature or when it hits your desired temperature. And you know, that for me is important because then I cannot forget about it, because that was when I would boil water on the stove, I would forget about the water on the stove. So I am not allowed to have the water on the stove method. That's why I don't have a coffee Kona for the stove. So yeah, I need the auto shut off on it. Thank you, Kaylin. Welcome on in. Me and a stovetop kettle is just Catherine O'Hara in Home Alone when she's at the airport and realizes, Kevin! Except it's just me screaming, kettle! Side here. There we go. Okay. And then we need to get the top, so we should be done soon. Come here. Yes! Oof. Oh my goodness, that room was a lot. Hey Zero, welcome on in, good morning. That room was a lot. Hey, rule of acquisition number 29 is exactly how I respond to brand opportunities in my email. And we are done. We are done with the SpongeBob DLC. One of my favorites, I think, was the Invisible Boatmobile. That one was kind of fun. Let's see here. And then the original, like just washing their homes was cute. That was fun too. I wish that you could save these. I also think it's funny that in the replay, it doesn't include the tools. So your character is just floating around everywhere where they need to be. That's fun. So let's see. Oh, it's perfect, because now we have time to go and chill with the ducks. Perfect timing. I'm going to run a shorter ad. Again, I should be going somewhere for these. I should be getting up and stretching, etc., but I'm not doing that. So please do not follow my example. Do not follow my example. Please get up and stretch yourself if you're feeling it. If you want to get some water, if you want to go to the bathroom, if you need to go check on something, like maybe you left the kettle on the stove and you want to check on it, feel free to do that. I'm going to run a quick ad while I switch games over to Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. So, give me a second to do just that. There you are.